Oh, hey guys, it's my Alex, and my hair is back to curly again because I just washed it. But this might be my last video for a while. I don't know. No one watches me, so I don't know. It may or may not be. I don't know, so don't quote me. Um, but basically, I've had this idea for a couple of days now. It's gonna be it's not impromptu, but it's gonna be like not organized. Usually, I have a list and I go off my list. But this is like one of my like kind of sort of impromptu videos. But the idea itself is not impromptu. And then it's basically how it's gonna be like how COVID changed your life. I don't really see too many videos about like people talking about this on YouTube. I've seen a couple here and there, but I haven't seen as much as like I feel like there should be. I don't know, so I'm just gonna add to the conversation. Make sure you're subscribed if you have not already, and without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I think it was like March 13th of 2020. We were basically, I think it was like the 11th or whatever. So I don't know the exact date, so like don't quote me on them. But I think like it was like the 11th of something of March of 2020, and they like declared it as like a pandemic, right? And then I think the 13th they pretty much all locked us down. So two more things. One, like I forgot to say, like schools and shit, like we're and like colleges and stuff like that were locked down. And two, the other thing I forgot to mention is that like how my class, like when I graduated, like my class was probably like the most normal one to like be done, you know, like or like have like a normal regular ceremony, like there was no proms, like it changed everyone's life for the worst, I feel like. And I don't know, I'm sure people got some positives, like I got some positives, like the ingredients and shit like that, and like folklore, obviously. But like, yeah, so I thought I'd include this in here before we even get further in the conversation. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, bye guys. Enjoy the video, and subscribe, and like, and comment, and share me everywhere. Just share me everywhere, share my videos everywhere. So yeah, I was very surprised, very worried. You know, I didn't really go anywhere for like a couple, 2 or 3 months, like out in the stores. You know, I went to like drop off packages when I started reselling, but that was like April-ish when it started to resell. But for those 2 months, I really didn't go anywhere. I was in my house. I was fine, kind of, sort of. The pandemic, like depression, if you will, wasn't really getting to me. I was thriving because I'm such an introvert. I was like, this is my time to shine. Like, I'm used to this, like this, so I've been doing shit for like my whole life. So like, this is fine by me. And then we go to probably like July, and then Folklore came out, which really, really is my favorite album of all time. Like, literally, it's my favorite album of all time. That album came out at such the perfect time for me. And it helped me with so much. Literally every single song I can relate to, or at least I know someone that can relate to it. Or I picture, or I think of someone when I hear it, because they can relate. I don't know. It was meant to be for me, and it was written for me. I feel like it was. It came out at like the perfect time, and you know, with the mask, that was like a big thing. And I'm not anti-mask now. I'm very pro-choice in it, but I feel like I'm like getting more comfortable, more lenient, where I'm like going and fading away from the mask. And I've kind of like been thinking to myself, will we ever get back to normal? I don't think so. I don't think there's any end in sight, at least anytime soon. It feels like because concerts are going on. You know, I saw a picture of Selena Gomez because she like went to something, I think, whatever it was, and it just reminded me of like the old days. You know, but there's some people with masks. Like, I think people are gonna be wearing masks for a long, long time now. And that's why I don't give a fuck what they do, and you shouldn't give a fuck what I do. Like, or not, the V word doesn't like, and the COVID, it's not going to. It's like, I don't know, whatever. You guys know my stance on the V word. But I think the depression really hit me this year. When I was at my grandma's house, it was a lonely like 3 or 4 months, and I've always been a very, like, I was talking to my therapist yesterday, and like my parents like went to a whole other state, right? And I've been getting a lot of stuff that I've been doing clothes, you know, doing dishes. I put my Halloween stuff in my room. So I've been doing a lot, like, around the house, and, like, cleaning up, and, like, tidying spaces up, you know, and wiping shit down. I made some smoothies, I straightened my hair, like, I've been doing a lot. And my therapist was like, maybe you're meant to live independently. And I was like, maybe so. Like, I don't see myself, like, finding any guy. I know it sounds, like, sad, but I just don't see that, like, at all. Like, a lot of people have their dream weddings or their dream guy. I never had that, like, even from growing up until now. I never did, and I don't think I ever will. But, you know, who I always come back to is my grandma's old neighbor. You know, she's very, very nice. I think she was single her whole life. I'm sure she dated. I'm sure she went out with guys. I'm sure she had things and flings. I'm sure of it, you know. But she always did her, and she always put herself first. And she was from, actually, Britain. And she was one of the nice people I've ever met. And, you know, she just kept going. And I love people like her, like Abby Lee Miller, or my aunt, or another 2 examples. Like, I remember like in the Dance Moms episode, Abby basically said like, you don't know how lucky you are to like have, I'm paraphrasing here, this isn't exactly what she said, but she's like, well, you don't know how lucky, she's like talking to the moms, and she was like, you don't know how lucky you are to like have like a spouse in your life. And I'm like, it's so true. Like, I think people really take that for granted, and I think they're very, very lucky if they have a significant other. They're very, very fortunate and lucky if they have someone else to rely on and come home to every night and talk to every night. They're very, very fortunate and lucky. People like me, it's just us, you know, we're thriving on our own. I'm an introvert, but I'm such an I don't know, I'm more of an introvert. I asked my therapist, I was like, do you think I'm more of an introvert or an extrovert? She goes, you're definitely more of an introvert. And I think that's true. I don't like humans, I don't like people, I don't know, it's contradicting to my argument of me wanting a boyfriend, I know, but like, it just is what it is. I'm very, very different. I think very, very differently. I've always really done my own thing, you know, and I always will do my own thing. Like, I've always done the opposite of everyone, you know. Another two examples I always come back to is for my hair, for example. People gave me shit for my hair. I kept coloring it blonde. People were like, you shouldn't do X, Y, Z. I kept doing it blonde. People said I couldn't write music, or I couldn't sing, or I couldn't do this. What did I keep doing? I keep releasing music. I just always did the opposite of everyone. I stayed true to my damn self. And I made money out of it, too. So, like, who really won me? Like, I don't, you know, back when I was in my prime, and now that I'm a flop now, like, I obviously made more money then, but, like, for like doing just music alone without anything, like reselling, you know, work at the haunted house, anything of that sort, or like cranking out YouTube videos. But like, it was so nice during my prime. And I think another bad thing aside from the depression that came out of COVID is my prime kind of ended, if you will. I think like maybe like a month or two before COVID, my prime really started to go down. My views and my likes started to decrease everywhere, and everyone's like, you shouldn't worry about it, or don't focus on it too much. I'm like, well, that's what I want to do, so I'm gonna have to worry about the numbers. Like, if I want to do this for a living, like I don't go, like, and don't you want people to watch your videos? Like, people are like, I don't want, you know, don't care about the views. Like, yes, I care about the views, I want people to watch my videos. Like, yes, like, hello, like, I just never understood that whole argument. Like, don't worry about the numbers, and I'm not, like, obsessed with the numbers, but I, like, definitely notice this decline or decrease, whatever you want to word it as, for sure, you know? And I think I've come to accept that. I've talked more about this in a video prior. It's like the truth about being a slow YouTuber, I think is what I tell. So go watch that. I can leave it in the link in the description or like the pinned comment or whatever. And that's sad too, you know, seeing my success on YouTube kind of go down and have a decline. It's not I feel like it's stagnant right now. It's just all the same. Is that what stagnant means? I don't know. But it feels like it's like a I don't know. It's like frozen, you know, everything is frozen right now. I can't gain a follower or a subscriber or anything of that sort if my life depended on it, you know, on Snap and Instagram, on Twitter even my Twitter's flopping now. I used to get like some like feedback on Twitter, now it's like hardly, it's like I can like whatever, it doesn't matter. And so that's sad. But I don't know, you know, I think that COVID really changed a lot of people's life, everyone's life, you know. We took everything, we even took stuff for granted, you know, the masks, you know, the gloves, they're not washing our stuff down. I think 2019 was probably the best year for me, aside from when Folklore got released, versus, like, you know, like July of last year. I think, like, yeah, I just think that 2019 was probably like, I just go back to it. Like, I found this new artist named Macy Peters. I found her like a week or so ago. And John Hughes' Movie is like such a good song. Like, it gives me that nostalgic vibe, like the one or August that's from Folklore. It really does. I mean, I love that feeling so much because I think a lot of us like want to feel like it was back in the day, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, like AKA nostalgia. And I think a lot of us look back to that, just like Holy Ground. I was reminiscing the other day while having coffee all alone, to take me away. Oh, bro, I cannot wait until Red. Okay, comes out of Hermanenchi, by the way. You guys better fucking stream it or you're going to hell, bitch. Like, but yeah, like, I don't know. I feel, this is like one of my more serious videos. Do you guys like these videos when I do them, like, the more, like, calm and chill and cool, calm and collected ones? You guys like these? I know you guys like my ranting videos, like my list videos. Like, do you guys like my calm ones too? Like, I know I seem like such a crazy bitch or like a lunatic, and like, but I'm very level-headed. I'm very nice and personable, guys. Like, trust me. Like, I'm very nice. Well, I mean, if you rub me the wrong way or push me, then I will go. But like, if you're nice and chill and level-headed, not a retard, then like we can be friends, right? I don't have any friends. That's another thing too. I think a lot of my friends. I used to broadcast on this app called Yubo. And it was kind of like Flurry 2.0. I used to go on Flurry a lot, like back in like high school and like freshman year and pretty much sophomore year, and I missed that too. But they took it off the app store, so it's no longer like in service or in session or whatever you want to word it as. So I met a lot of people on Yubo, but I just quit going on Yubo like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. Maybe longer ago. I don't know. Maybe like 7, 8 months ago. I don't know. I don't remember the exact time frame I stopped really using it. But it just kind of, I got bored of it. I don't know if I got bored of it or I just kept doing the same shit over and over again where it got like old to me. I don't know what it was. That's ironic coming from me from doing YouTube for over 10 years now. But I don't know. I feel like the world is at a standstill. That's the word I'm looking for. Standstill, not stagnant, standstill. I'm at a standstill with my whole like YouTube and everything. And I definitely noticed it for sure. And I mean, like, it is what it is. What am I gonna do? By the way, I have my Blackpink necklaces on. This one is like, I feel like this one makes you look like a stray guy. I don't know why. And then I have my 13 one. Where's my 13? My wax seal necklace. And then I have my Blackpink logo, like, silver necklace. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I think COVID, like I said, I think it changed everybody. I think the depression rates went severely up. I think, you know, like, everyone's mental health kind of fucked up and checked out. And we took everything for granted, whether it's going outside, going to the store, movies, mall, without a mask, and without worrying about, like, you know, the health of other people too much, you know, and I think we all took that for granted. I'm sure we all miss it, obviously. I think majority level, how do people miss that? Because I sure as fuck do. And I don't think we'll ever have a normal year again, if you will, you know? In the beginning of, like, this year, if you go back and watch our YouTube videos, or maybe it was idle last year, I don't remember, but, like, I basically said, like, if you think COVID's gonna go away, like, you're fucked up, or something. I'm, like, paraphrasing again, but that's not exactly what I said, quote by quote, or word by word, but it was something along the lines of that. And it's true, you know, I don't think COVID will go away. I don't know if there's an end in sight with, you know, just people not caring anymore, necessarily. I think that might be the case. But COVID has to take its course. COVID has to take its course. It's a pandemic, right? And I wish at times like these, I wish I had a following so I could, like, have people sign up for my Patreon and I could, like, talk about more in detail about this without YouTube shadow banning me or deleting my video or whatever the case is. I wish I could. It's times like these, I wish I was in my prom 2 or 3 years ago and I told everyone to subscribe, and when everyone was watching me and I was on top of the world, I was getting, like, 300 plus views on Snap, and it all felt so good, you know, and now I can barely crack, like, 20, you know, like, natural views, organic views on Snap, and that's how much I get in a day, when I used to get, like, at least 40 to, like, 70 after my prime ended, right? So that's kind of sad. But I think one of the theories I have to that is, well, one, I think I'm shadow banned, but two, I deleted my Snap because I never used it. Like, I don't remember when, it was, like, this year or sometime. I was at my grandma's house, so that had been, like, April through, like, May. And I think after that, I think it even made it worse. My views decreased even more than they were prior to me, like, deleting Snap. So I think that really fucked it up more. And I think I, like, fucked with Snap's algorithm. And they were like, oh, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like, no, we're not going to do this. Fuck them, you know? Like, fuck him, bye. But yeah. So I think COVID changed. If you guys got impacted in a positive way by this, like, let me know. Did you get to know yourself better? Did you, like, find a new hobby or passion you started to do? Did you, like, take your health more seriously? Like, tell me. I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know. Like, oh, well, one positive thing that I got of it is, like, I learned a lot about, like, ingredients. I remember, like, I think it was probably, like, the very, very beginning of COVID, I started to look up, like, ingredients and shit, and that's why I'm, like, so healthy, or, like, healthy. Well, that's tentative, it means different things to different people, I know, but, or that's relative, whatever the word is, I don't fucking know, I'm kind of on one today, I don't know. But it is, and, because it means everything's to different people, like, different strokes for different folks, I guess. And, I don't know, yeah. Is that it? Is that all I gotta say? I don't know. I think most people, like, miss pre-COVID life, right? I don't know. I don't think I'm wrong on that. I know I do. And even, like, going to vacations, we took that for granted, too, you know? Like, we always, like, at the annual traditional trip we used to go with my family friends, we didn't go last year for, like, the first time in, like, ever, I think, actually. Because usually we go every year. So that was weird. We kind of postponed it and held it off. You know, I was supposed to go to 2 concerts last year. Those were canceled or postponed. I don't remember. And as of right now, I'm going to one next year, but if they require the V word, I'm probably going to sell my ticket or pay my parents back for the ticket, because I will not be getting that V word. I don't care what anyone does. I don't care what anyone says. You may do what you want. This is America land of the free. As of right now, it is, at least. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And everyone's like, you're selfish for not getting it. But I'm like, well, you're selfish for making me do something I don't want to do with my body. Like, my body, my choice. What happened to that? Like, what happened to that? Like, you kind of want to save the argument for everything, and not just one thing, right? Right. But yeah, I don't know. everyone can just do what they want. I'm not even gonna like say anything on why I don't want to get it, because I think everyone knows if you're level-headed and saying, if you've done research outside of Twitter, your friends or family, or like CNN or Fox, then like you would know. You're like, yeah. I don't know, guys. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this here on that note, and I will see you guys in the next video. Comment, like, and subscribe, follow me on my social media, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.